Commander Gaoling's manic depression attacks again in percent places, and he used Wei Guojuan to create a child with his own wife in public. It turns out that the average orc only has a manic depressive period once a year. In Guchue's case, it becomes once a month. However, what is even more unexpected is that since Su Wan helped relieve the manic depressive period last time, other exclusive potions are also available. The little girl's head split instantly. What? Speak clearly. No matter what it means. It turns out that just now, Gujue was not only invited to participate in Su Wan's class, Xingli. He even sent her a message to ask her to meet up later. At first, Su Wan thought that the commander had invited her to discuss divorce. After all, the boss's time is precious. Invited to attend the ceremony and got divorced. It's reasonable to think this way. So she bit the bullet and came to Gujue's aircraft, but after calling me for a long time in Zhoumu, there was still no response. In the end, she had to explore alone. Go to the commander's lounge. At this time, Goulet was taking a nap. Of course, there is an element of acting that cannot be ruled out. While he was resting, he also revealed 2 big furry ears appeared. When I got my military uniform back, I also unexpectedly unlocked one. The sexy Adam's apple is so exposed, Su Wankai hesitated for a moment, but still couldn't bear to wake him up. I don't know if it's her misunderstanding. I always feel like the commander is resting. The adults look more alike to the Jew with squirting breasts. The little girl is so confused that she has no idea what she is doing. How could a Jew with squirting breasts have sex with his wife? The decisive devils in the industry are the same group of ladies. Suddenly, the furry hair dangled twice in front of her. The little girl was instantly attracted by her cuteness, so he slowly stretched out his claws. I wanted to take advantage of him to have a good ABN while he was asleep. Unexpectedly, Gujue suddenly opened his eyes and met his wife's gaze. Su Wan quickly took 2 steps back with a guilty conscience. Goo, command gangrene. You wake up. Gujue doesn't like his wife calling him that. Asked her with a frown. Are you afraid of me? Su Wan quickly explained. Not afraid. It's respectful. Did you respect me the last time you were bipolar? Shouldn't the husband want to raise an army to hold him accountable? But don't orcs forget what happened during their manic depressive period? Scheming puppy. Is this how you react? Come. It's better to forget something. I only remember that it was you who first mentioned the wedding. Ehehehe? Then the commander called me here to discuss divorce? Who said that? Of course not. Su Wan is even more confused. If you don't want a divorce, ask her to get married. There's no way you're missing me, right? She really can't guess what this Qing guy is thinking. I really miss my grandma Ju. Sudden white tiger reminder, it's time for the master to set off. It's almost time to meet with His Majesty. The little girl was very happy when she heard this. Hurrying down the water glass and preparing to say goodbye, unexpectedly, the commander bothered I take her with him. Su Wanhui started calling Duo blind. Just listen to Gujue continue to add. It just so happens that you and Zilan have never met. By the way, let him give you a red envelope. Let me make a bean. Why are you talking about deleting horses? In a blink of an eye, the 2 of them arrived at the imperial palace. As Kuicheng waited, Su Wan seemed particularly embarrassed. It really seems like I want to meet my parents. The point is, how should we explain our marriage when your majesty comes later? Gujue, just tell the truth. Then I'll say it's because ships were forcibly assigned. That's why I took you, who I fell in love with at first sight and got married. Dogs don't have to. You just say that the second half is the same and it's okay. The little girl then responded, Curse steal? The first half of the sentence is indeed hurtful. The 2 of them just finished discussing the countermeasures. The emperor and empress appeared in costume. Queen Romania is the biological sister of the royal family Regina, but her temper is as arrogant as Rosina. On the contrary, he is gentle, polite, and very humble. Gu Hulan casually exchanged a few words before his death. In the end, he was educated by Uncle W.I., pointing at Su Wan. He called her aunt first. See, my uncle has a serious look on his face, emperor as an empire. Gunyulan felt a little unspeakable. For a moment, Su Wan secretly tugged on Gujue's clothes. Indicate with crazy eyes, the loss of aunt and father is unnecessary. Fortunately, the queen came to the rescue in time. He pulled her affectionately and started chatting. What major is my aunt in? My sister Regina happens to also be a student at J Empire. The 2 of them had a great time chatting while walking. Good 15. Actually, Rosina and I are in the same dormitory. Suwon's nervous mood was swept away suddenly. Siran is still my queen. Your Majesty is kind and kind-hearted. At this time, the commander suddenly reminded Gulan. Did you forget something? Guzilan carefully recalled today's itinerary. There doesn't seem to be anything missing. The gentle puppy exploded instantly. Are you sure? His uncle's expression made him enlightened. Hurry up and ask the attendant to stop the gift. Little aunt, this is the meeting gift we specially prepared for you. The shiny treasure box looks very valuable. Suwon did not take it immediately. Instead, he subconsciously looked at Gu Jue. After getting the other party's permission, she politely accepted it. Open it and have a look. It's actually the controller of Zheng's personal starship. This is the highest level walking weapon in the Empire. Only federal nobles have the right to use it. And any force seeking power to block it. Xiaoya, she can become a star in seconds. With this, you can travel around the universe, right? I like her very much. Gu Jue's heart also softened again and again. Brother and sister-in-law have been traveling on starships for several years. But I'm the busiest near farts. Kei Chong doesn't have much time. Suwon was a little speechless. It seems that I didn't ask you just now, right? The two people watching looked shocked. Who would have thought of the cold and cold commander of the Empire? In front of my wife, I am actually a love brain. Seeing that it's getting late, farewell to the Empress Suwon. She plans to go to IM school, but just halfway through, Commander Zhu's tail hooked before she could figure out the situation. The tiger will pop up to remind you the owner has reached a manic depressive stage. And since you made Ding her exclusive potion, other medicines won't work. What? Is it true that you can only score twice?